Welcome to 1971, a year where disco boots got higher, rock got louder, and the world got its first taste of Starbucks. Because apparently, we couldn't survive without overpriced coffee. 1. Disney World opens in Florida, October 1st, 1971. Walt Disney World opens in Orlando, Florida, becoming the world's most famous theme park. Unique fact: Disney World was twice the size of Manhattan when it first opened. 2. Starbucks opens its first store, March 30th, 1971. The first Starbucks opens in Seattle, originally selling only coffee beans. Unique fact: Starbucks didn't sell brewed coffee until years later. It was just a bean store at first. 3. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory hits theaters, June 30th, 1971.
In a world of pure imagination,
The iconic Gene Wilder film adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory premieres. Unique fact: the chocolate river in the movie was made of real chocolate, but it spoiled quickly and smelled awful. 4. The Nasdaq Stock Exchange is created, February 8th, 1971. The Nasdaq becomes the world's first electronic stock market, changing global finance. Unique fact: Nasdaq made it possible to trade stocks without a trading floor, paving the way for modern online investing. 5. The Pentagon Papers expose government secrets. The New York Times publishes the Pentagon Papers, revealing how the U.S. government misled the public about the Vietnam War. Unique fact: the Nixon administration tried to block publication, but the Supreme Court ruled in favor of press freedom. 6. The end of the gold standard. August 15, 1971. President Richard Nixon announces the U.S. will no longer back the dollar with gold. Unique fact: this change led to the modern floating exchange rate system used today. 7. The war on drugs is declared, June 17, 1971. President Nixon declares drug abuse public enemy number 1, launching the war on drugs. Sad fact: the war on drugs became one of the biggest contradictions in history. While the government cracked down on drug users with harsh sentences, it was also fueling the very crisis it claimed to be fighting. 8. Charles Manson is convicted, January 25, 1971. Charles Manson and his followers are found guilty of murder, including the Sharon Tate killings. Unique fact: Manson was sentenced to death, but California abolished the death penalty, converting it to life in prison. 9. The Exorcist novel shocks the world, 1971. William Peter Blatty's horror novel, The Exorcist, is published, terrifying readers and setting the stage for the legendary 1973 film. Unique fact: the novel was inspired by a real-life exorcism of a young boy in 1949. 10. Led Zeppelin releases Stairway to Heaven, November 8, 1971. Led Zeppelin releases Stairway to Heaven, one of the greatest rock songs ever recorded. Unique fact: the song was never released as a single, yet it became one of the most played songs on the radio. Dirty Harry redefines action movies, December 23, 1971. Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry premieres, introducing the world to one of cinema's most legendary detectives. Unique fact: the famous line, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" was actually improvised by Eastwood. 12. The first email is sent, 1971. Ray Tomlinson sends the first ever email, inventing the @ symbol for addresses. Unique fact: the first email was a random string of letters sent as a test. 13. Carole King's Tapestry dominates the charts, February 10, 1971. Carole King releases Tapestry, an album that defines the singer-songwriter era and stays on the charts for more than 300 weeks. Unique fact: Tapestry won Album of the Year at the Grammys and remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. 14. The death of Jim Morrison, July 3, 1971. Jim Morrison, the enigmatic lead singer of The Doors, was found dead in his Paris apartment at the age of 27. His death was officially attributed to heart failure, though no autopsy was performed, leading to ongoing speculation about the true cause.
There's a killer on the road.
Unique fact: Morrison's death added to the tragic 27 Club, a group of influential musicians who died at the age of 27, including Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin. 15. The concert for Bangladesh becomes the first major benefit concert. George Harrison organizes the concert for Bangladesh, the first ever large-scale charity concert, featuring stars like Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, and Ravi Shankar. Unique fact: the concert raised millions for famine relief and inspired future benefit concerts like Live Aid. And that wraps up 1971, where we got microchips, classic rock anthems, and a government that declared war on drugs while secretly dealing them. Buckle up, because 1972 is just around the corner.